Hey everyone, this week I'm smelling stuff you guys sent me, so stay tuned. All right, so this is actually the second package I've been sent in from one of you guys. So thank you, Travis, for this one. I did get one before, and I wanted to record going through that, but unfortunately, the fragrances, I'm so grateful. This is not a critique or anything like that. The fragrances came as like with samples that are roller balls, which is great. It just makes it really hard to do on camera, you know, when you're trying to do a lot of fragrances. So the key one in there though, for me was from Cartier. I wanted to smell Roadster, and I was so grateful to be able to give him the chance there to smell it and to cure my FOMO because it's discontinued now. It's a good scent. I think it's a good scent, and if it was around for a decent price, I might pick up a bottle, but it didn't set me on fire the way that like Pasha Parfum did. So I'm gonna crack this sucker open. I've already opened up the tape so I don't have to do that on camera, and we'll see what we got in here. I think I know a couple of things that are in here, but I'm not sure. So we are going to find out. Man, this is nicely wrapped up. Ooh, I can smell something. We have 5 scents here to smell. We will start off with Luciano Soprani Uomo. I really will say I'm not familiar with these. Only the messages that I've been sent about them, but haven't experienced them for myself, so I'm very much looking forward to these. Tell you what I think. And again, I don't know the notes. I don't know. I know nothing about these, so this is just gonna be first impressions. Tell you guys what I think. All right. Oh, okay. Okay. Whoa. Okay. So right off the bat, the first thing I thought was Luciano Soprani Uomo. It made me immediately think of Manofrage from Versace. But it's different because it's got a little bit of sweetness to it. Oh man, okay, so this is interesting. When I first caught a whiff of it, I was like, okay. Because like Manofrage, I think is a great scent. It's hyper clean. It's a scent that I actually do like, but I never wear it because it just feels too, I don't know if simple is the right word. It just doesn't grab me. This has some extra complexity. Like it definitely has that sort of, I don't know what that note is, but it smells hyper clean, but without necessarily being soapy. Oh man, that is fresh. I'm gonna have to look this one up. I'm not kidding, I'm not just saying this because you guys sent it in. Like it's this one, like this kind of feels like it's added the missing piece that Manofrage needs in order to engage me. Oh, that's so refreshing. Okay, well, I'm gonna hold off till the end, but I actually want to spray this one on skin just because it's really refreshing. Okay, that one's cool, awesome. Off to a good start here. Next up, I like the sound of this one. I am curious as to what it is. Space Nog. That's a new one to me. I don't know who did this one. I don't know anything about it. I'm hoping that it's some sort of eggnog in space. I don't know. Let's see. All right. Ooh. Yeah, that's basically what I was hoping it would be. Yeah, that's like a super creamy. Like this is okay. I like this. I would wear this. It smells like a candle. Like it's really good. Oh, it smells really good though. So it's very eggnoggy. It's got that kind of warm creaminess to it. I mean, I'm trying to figure out, there's like gingerbread or something in there too. It's really nice though. I'm trying to figure out, man, who makes this? Cause this is, like, okay, again, I would wear this, but I would wear this because I feel like I would wear something like this and people would expect to smell something like this on me. but I feel like people would expect to smell this in a candle. But I still like it, so I'm conflicted because this is my kind of jam, something a little fun, weird, a little out there, and a little off the beaten path, but it is a little candle-y. Whoa. All right, well, camera in the shot there. So that's fun. Okay, cool. All right, next one up is man, it's the 1920 something EDP. You're gonna have to comment, let me know which one this is, because I don't know. I'm not sure. 1920 though, this is gonna probably smell like a classic men's cologne. I'm guessing, something like that. It's kind of, yeah, it's kind of the, yeah. Ooh. Ooh. Okay. So in the air, the first thing I kind of got was Declaration from Cartier. But this has less of that kind of BO element that you get in the Cartier, and leans more into the aromatic side of that, which is really interesting because I'd never really considered Declaration sans the kind of the sweaty element. This feels like that with green amped up, like just way tons of green. With Declaration, I'm still getting a lot of spices and I'm getting a lot of little aromatic bits. But with this, it's like a punch of like green grass. It's great. Again, super fresh. You have to tell me what this one is so I know. But I love the cleanness of it. It's interesting to kind of get that contrast. I really enjoy this. This is kind of in the same category as like fragrances I would wear, like Neroli Portofino, or let's see here. What is another? There's a Banana Republic, but I can't think of what it is. I'm gonna save Vintage Bowling Green for last because I know that seems to be the big focus. The big focus. So I'm actually gonna do Banana Republic Classic Green, which I feel like at one point or another I've smelled all of the Banana Republics because I pretty much buy, if I don't have one and I see it at Burlington or Ross, I typically have bought it, men's, women's, whatever. And Classic Green is just one that I have not seen. So I'm very curious about this because 78 Vintage Green is my favorite from them, maybe Tobacco and Tonka Bean, but super curious about this one. Ooh. I'm gonna get another spray. That's kind of light. Wow. So, green, but to me, green in kind of the Guerlain vetiver. It's funny, I actually recently picked that one up too, and I feel like it's doing a similar thing, by which I mean one of those classic green fragrances that's leaning hard into the citruses as well. So like, I think there's, you know, there's definitely green elements underneath, but I'm getting a whole lot of citrus up top. Kind of reminds me a little bit of like a Acqua di Parma, not necessarily any of them in particular, maybe Bergamotto di Calabria. Kind of has a little bit of that super sweetness, juiciness. It's very watery. Like this one is very, very juicy. It's a very wet fragrance. Again, a nice refreshing one. This would be like this pack feels like a great spring summer sampler pack, except for the Space Nog. But the other ones are all so refreshing. This is great too. I'm really enjoying these. Thanks, Travis. Last up is Vintage Bowling Green. This one is special. I know this one is a favorite. And I don't know, I mean, you sent me a little bit of information about it that I read, and wow. Wow. Yeah, okay, so I have fragrances that are quote unquote vintage, meaning that they were first created in like the 60s or 70s. None of them smell like this. You know, older fragrances, they have kind of that smell. None of them smell like this. And I've never dipped into real vintages before. I know that there's like a hardcore community of people who feel really strongly about it. I've always kind of side-eyed it a little bit, like, is it actually that much better? Because like, part of it for me is that new molecules, new fragrance oils are created every year by these companies, and I know IFRA kind of dials back what people are allowed to do with their fragrances, but there's also more tools available, and this kind of reminds me of cooking, because I love to cook, and I'm a decent cook, but one of the reasons I'm a decent cook is because I have access to everything in the world in terms of ingredients. I just have access to more than people did even 20 years ago, you know what I mean? And I think about that a lot with fragrances, where it's like, yeah, you're not using this and this and this that they were 30 or 40 years ago, but we also have access to way more aroma chemicals. We have access to a way better understanding of what makes up the smell of a rose. What are those 66 aroma compounds? How can we reconstruct that? So I have never felt too much of a loss for not smelling the vintage stuff, just because I'm like, okay, fine. But this is different. Like, this has kind of the soapy elements, but when you smell a lot of vintage fragrances that have been reformulated, they kind of just come across like, they smell like Irish Spring. Like they smell like a bar of soap, you know what I mean? This smells like what that is trying to smell like. This is like the equivalent of like red Skittles are referencing real strawberries, you know what I mean? Like this smells like the real strawberry. There's kind of a denseness, even though this is like super, again, fresh, green, clean, because it has that kind of classic men's thing, and it has a little bit of that soapiness, but there's kind of a dustiness to it. Bitter is not the right word, though it doesn't have, to me it's not sweet. It probably has like a little bit of bitterness that kind of just is holding the green, I feel like, and keeping it from becoming this other thing. This is fascinating. Yeah, it's interesting. Again, this is like my first real experience, I feel like, with something vintage. This one's pretty interesting, I gotta say. I really do like this. So I guess when I'm thinking about the smell of this, it's different. I feel like I can understand a little bit more when people complain about reformulations, because I just don't have a lot of experience with being disappointed by them. To me, Tommy smells about the same as when I was in high school, maybe not as strong. So this is interesting. I want to get a bottle of modern Bowling Green and do a comparison of the two, just to see how it's changed. I think it's fascinating. I got to say though, this is you had my number with this this package here, Travis. The kind of in the vein here of all these green fragrances, kind of developing to my appreciation for some of the more vintage stuff. Yeah, that's really interesting. I like it a lot. I am going to spray myself with some of these and enjoy them. And yeah, I'm so grateful, truly, for this. So thank you so much. If there's someone else that has something that they want to smell, just let me know. You can send it in. I have a P.O. box, and I'd be happy to. So thank you so much, and I hope to see you next week. Talk to you later. Bye.